document the greatness in a graphic. Like that doesn't, you know what I mean? But this is to sum it up. I think.
What were his teammates saying, like, you were in that dugout or close to their dugout? What were they doing as it's unfolding?
You're looking at super duper stars, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts. Their mouths are agape.
Yeah.
They're both first ballot Hall of Famers.
Think about that.
And they're saying to themselves,
when he hit that one on top of the pavilion, I let out an audible bad word as I was watching.
And he was in a slump. He was losing the plate.
Yep.
We had talked about the struggles, and he went out to batting practice for the first time at Dodger Stadium in a long time, maybe second time all year. And then that's what happens? It doesn't even make sense.
No. It's like
one of those stop what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
You'll remember where you were forever.
And we've been saying he's like the best kid in your town, where he's the best player on the Little League field, in the rec basketball court, on the football field, the lacrosse. It's whatever. It's unbelievable.
When I first started working here in 2014, you know how, Robert, you always say, like, you got to go back to Gen Pop?
Yeah.
Well, I was original Gen Pop.
Okay.
Right? 14. So I remember with myself and Paul Severino, I tell a story all the time. We had to come in at 3 in the morning. It was like a barnstorming tour of MLB players playing over in Japan.
That's real Gen Pop.
It was the first time I, like, truly laid eyes on Shohei Ohtani. And I've told this story. It was like, I was texting GMs the next morning, like, have you ever heard of this guy? Who is he? How old is he? And they were like, we've been on him since he was 6. So I'm obviously not, I don't want to say I'm not surprised. This is a joke, what we're witnessing. But sitting there, after the second one, I texted Lauren, and I was like,
you're witnessing history.
Yeah, I said, you're witnessing history. I want you to, like, totally understand what's happening here, because no one else can do this. I made my son come and watch. I was like, everyone sit down and just enjoy. Because the great players in the big leagues, this is what they were like in Little League.
Right, right.
But I don't think even the great players were doing this in Little League, punching 10 and hitting 3 homers. So I just want to go chronologically through it. Obviously, he was struggling. He made some decisions. He made some, obviously, wholesale changes. Front hip, keeping his rear end up under him. But we're going to start out from jump. Jackson Churio gets taken to task. Christian Yelich. These are 100-mile-an-hour pitches. The stuff plus we talked about, 99 away, breaking ball. Once he gets him to swing at that, let me see if I can take him further outside. Run that pitch back for me real quick. The sharpness of this ball. Watch, talk about a left-hand turn. Savage's ball goes the other way. That's a true, like, sweeper in today's game. So I'll take you through chronologically, right? Punches the side in the first, and then comes up, gets a 3-2 breaking ball, and destroys it. So, if the game ended right there, he's had an amazing game. He just struck out the side and hit a bomb. It's over.
That's it for me, fellas.
Guys, run that back for me real quick, because talk about the moves. Go ahead. Just pause it. Now slow click it from that point. Right there. Pause it. We talk about you hear your coaches or guys talk about being disconnected, top half, bottom half being disconnected. I like to think about it, is my rear end up under me at the point of contact, or is it not? And that's what Shohei Ohtani, we were talking about it the other day when we did the skybox. At the point of contact, it was almost like his tush was exposed, right? Look at it. Up under him. This is your power down here. That thing's up under him, hitting behind the baseball. And then he's got crazy genetics. So he's hitting the ball farther than everybody. But it was hot heater, top of the zone, 99 to 100. Obviously, William Contreras, he was going to spin him to death all night. And then he brings up Jake Bauers right here. And then he decides, I'm tired of just throwing 100-mile-an-hour fastballs and breaking balls. Let me start to incorporate the split that Eric Nays said he was starting to bring back. Run that pitch back for me. This almost hollowed out Jake Bauers' ribs. 99 a foot in. So now Splitty away, he's got to swing at it. So pause that for me. and bring up his split numbers because it's the best pitch in the game. Shohei Ohtani's split. Career splitter stats. Guys are 34 for 340. Opponent batting average of 100. Opponent slug of 150. Given up 3 bombs on his entire career.
Is that good?
I mean, if you like 100 miles an hour, wipe out breaking stuff, and the best splitter
Seems
in the
good.
game.
And he hadn't pitched in 2 weeks, and we were asking if that's too long, and Dave Roberts said, no, he loves rest.
Can we just get to,
He needs it.
can we get to what we all came for, though?
Yeah, show that one.
And I preface this. Chad Patrick, you pitched your tush off.
He pitched very well in this
Four innings
series.
pitched of dominant baseball. He gave up 1 hit. It just happened to go 6 miles. This thing was killed. And it's the 3-1. That cutter he tries to backdoor that just creeps. He just pulls it a little bit, and it's game over right into his barrel. And I'm sitting there going, how many people have gone up there? Willie Stargell and Kyle Schwarber. Look at Freddie Free. Again, rear end up under him at the point of contact. Everything's back connected. Kind of a testament. I love the fact that he went outside and wanted to hit outside and get it right. But you're sitting there going, he's doing things no one else in the game can do. He's making the stars just, they're aghast. And then he went to the splitty the remainder of the game and was punching tickets. This is wipeout stuff. Isaac Collins right there. Whatever he wanted to do, 6 innings, 10 punch outs, and this one, people don't 99, this pitch is, that's not that bad a pitch. Run that back for me. And to hit it out opposite field, 99 inside. And this is not a wall scraper opposite field. We're talking 10, 15 rows deep. It is such a joy to watch him go about it. And you see right here, 3+ homers in a game where players were the starting pitcher. You got Shohei Ohtani, you got old Jim Tobin back from 1942, and then our boy Guy Hecker, rest in peace, 1886. Shohei, you gave me a family moment the other night with my son. I won't let it happen in March.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't homer. You're hoping he doesn't homer.
Who is that?
Yeah, now that I'm glad you bring
Is that
up.
old Guy Hecker?
Yeah, this is Guy Hecker. After now this is true. After his playing career, he operated a grocery store. And fun fact, that grocery store became Stop and Shop.
Get out of here.
You're welcome. I'm just kidding about the Stop and
Oh
Shop.
my gosh, I don't know.
I was going to say, I just ran into a couple aliens at Stop and Shop last week.
Good stuff. Just an unbelievable performance.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。今後もこのような動画を上げていくので、良ければチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。